What's up, everybody? Blake the Scholar Magic. I'm back, baby. Today, we will be playing the Balrog. Excellent. You guys are going to love it. You're just going to love this one. So this one is all about sacrifice. So this spell will cost one less to cast for each permanent sacrifice's turn. It has haste. The Balrog can't be blocked except by legendary creatures. Ugh. When the Balrog dies, destroy target artifact or creature an opponent controls. So I kind of got some inspiration from Xiao at least recently. So we're gonna kind of look at some cards that kind of just can be like continuously like sacrifice in certain circumstances. So like a card like Reassembling Skeleton is like, it has become like one of my favorite cards for this kind of action. Let's see where that guy is. Yeah, Reassembling Skeleton. So return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. So that's going to definitely be something we can kind of look for, and we'll definitely be trying to drain. Definitely like be working in the graveyard, so to speak. So the card that really worked really well with Reassembling Skeleton last time was Ashnod's Altar. So I kind of want to have like a play on that. So there that is. These two are just like kind of going off. Like you're just kind of netting like a colorless and just kind of like losing like a swamp each time. So the way I think you can get through that, there's the Pitiless Plunderer. So you can like demonstrate a loop. And that would actually make our Balrog really affordable. Probably just open up some combos in general. So whenever another creature control dies, create a treasure token. So that was kind of like an interesting thing. Whenever a creature dies, let's look that up. Whenever a creature dies, let's just kind of look at our kind of, yeah, I like the Blood Artist too, if we're going to be like sacrificing a lot of stuff. So can they just put all these together? So people will be rolling in. They'll be giving me some ideas here, hopefully. Vengeful Blood Witch, similarly, kind of does the same thing, right? Where it's just like it's just like draining your opponents. The Zulaport Cutthroat, similarly, loves to see that. What's this one do? Up to one target token becomes a bot. Very well. Bastion of Remembrance, that one kind of pops in this deck too, I think. These are just all very similar. This one is just especially interesting because it creates a treasure. Once a turn for Fang. This is zombie-like. Midnight Reaper. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, this creature deals 1 damage to you and you draw a card. That's just gasoline. Seems good. Like a little card advantage. Just kind of keep our card advantage maybe over here. Sephiroth can do that too. Beautiful. When Sephiroth enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, you can draw. Whenever another creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Beautiful. Just so beautiful. So these kind of are together here. This is our cards. This is just like mana, kind of mana comboing here. You're just kind of like looping over and over again. And that kind of works with these aristocrat effects, right? Slasher is always interesting because it's so like offensive and it's just like readily like you could sacrifice it in certain circumstances. It'll come right back. It's a very like utility kind of aggressive card. So we'll put like kind of like aggressive cards here, maybe like a couple aggressive cards. Just like put a lot of pressure on our opponents. This would be hard in EDH because you only have a couple turns. It is a really nasty card. Definitely puts the heat on. Because whenever a creature dies, they just lose. The opponents just lose life. Oh, whenever a creature an opponent controls. Okay. Grave Pact. Whenever a creature you control dies, each other player sacrifices a creature of their choice. I kind of like that. I also like, for our 2 colors, like the new Zulthroat from the Edge of Eternities. That one's kind of interesting too. And I think that has to do with our opponent's creatures as well. But we probably want them to die. I don't know if we need a Grave Pact, really. We'll see. There's going to be a lot of sacrificing going on already. Creatures control have Wither. Whenever a creature an opponent control type, its toughness was less than 1 draw. Interesting. Vincent Valentine is interesting. Whenever a creature an opponent control dies, put a number of 1/1 counters. I think I like the Vincent. It's very aggressive. This is interesting for cards, though. Don't know how we're going to keep the opponent's things low in toughness, though. Don't know if I'm that big-brained to figure that one out. High Society Hunter. Whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Loath. Sir Conrad. I think that'll be very good. Come our, when we're playing in the big leagues with the EDH. But we can still play test it here. Liliana seems good for like mass sacrifice, like as a haymaker. I did want a Vein Ripper too. As like just a massive. All these seem very good. I like Massacre Worm too as a top end card, just to kind of like dictate the board. It just seems like a good card, really. I don't think we need Gorax. That's like a Death Touch synergy. Funeral Room. So but if you're just joining me today, we're building the Balrog Durin's Bane. This is a 7 cost of commander, but really it's much less because the more things we sacrifice, the cheaper it's going to cost on a turn cycle. I've played this on a turn 2 before, like with like ritual effects. What's up, dude? It is sick. Yeah, I was just looking at Jawa over here, and I was like, I could build Jawa again, but then I was like, I think we should build Balrog again because we learned so much from Jawa. And like what Jawa like really brought to the table was like, you have to get into your, descend. So I was thinking we kind of play on that a little bit and kind of refine that a little bit with the Balrog, because there's certain instances where you can just like basically redundantly do this over and over again. Just these 3 cards are like a loop. And it'd be really interesting just like kind of wipe the opponent's board and kind of like do the Balrog all over and over again. Just seems like really interesting. These are just kind of staple league cards, like the Meat Hook. And let me just get these ones together so I don't lose too much space. So I'm just like in the whenever the creature dies, because I was seeing if there was any other effects like this. It seems like a very rare effect. We do have like the goblin that like we'll sacrifice, and we're gonna go down that line in just a second. So, but yeah, what's up, Vaughn? Hopefully you're doing well, my man. How's this one do? It's interesting. Red cards are always interesting. That seems kind of interesting. I mean, there's going to be a lot of sacrificing going on. Let me tell you. Huh. Kind of a menacey guy, isn't he? Kind of annoying to play against, it looks like. Such aggro card, really. Yeah, you know it. You know it. Rakdos joins up. I know this is dragon involved. I don't know what this guy does. That card's kind of busted. That just makes more things to sacrifice. Just imagine this, like the resembling skeleton just making like a bunch of these 1/1s on the way out. Kind of seems kind of whacked out. Totentons. So the point, excuse me. Get some of this. Nice. Some cookies. Our neighbor brought over some cookies the other day. They were pretty good. They had some good morsels in them. It's kind of like a crispier one, crispier cookie. She gave us like a dozen. How about the Rakdos joins up? Does it do anything cool? Return target creature card from your graveyard, so it's like a reanimator. That's pretty cool. Whenever a legendary creature you control dies, Rakdos joins up, deals damage. Dude, that's so sick. Especially have the Balrog like dying over and over again. This could be like kind of out of hand here. This little 3-piece here. Plunderer, Altar, and Resembling Skeleton. I need more of these effects. I need more this. When it dies, it does this. It gives me like treasure or something. I wonder if this has some sort of weird shenanigans here. We'll have to keep that in mind. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it'd be readily available to return this thing over and over. It's not like I can flashback artifacts. Okay, so one thing I do know what I want to do is I want to like claim the firstborn kind of effects. So gain control is my verbiage for that. Oh, what's that do? Okay. Gain control. Gain control. There we go. Okay, yes. So this is like, the thing about the Joa deck too is that this seems like they're doing, like, they want to do the same things almost. Rakdos seems to be like very good at this. Like taking things and killing them. That's what it's good at. So there's Claim the Firstborn. Gain control of target creature with mana value 3 or less until end of turn. Untap that creature, it gains haste until end of turn. Yes. That's disgusting. Just give me your stuff. 3 or less, so it can really like kind of go mana positive in that way, right? Where you're like possessing like a 3 mana creature for 1 and then like sacrificing it for mana or cards. Just kind of seems kind of ridiculous. What else just takes things? That's like the cheapest one. There's a couple 2 mana ones, I think. But then there's this multiple duplication. So sick. I don't know, this card is just crazy. Are we like kind of multi and duplication gamers? I feel like it's a very like Wormcoil Engine type of card, Fire Crystal card. But we will be reanimating. We'll think about it. Well, I guess Claim the Firstborn is like the baseline at 1 mana, and then it just pops to 3 mana. It's almost hard to like believe that. Maybe I have to craft it. But I understand that too. Like, we are in basically Brawl. So it's not like it's perfect in that manner. Humble Defector kind of seems interesting to like use it and then repossess it. Just draw a bunch of cards. It's like a lot of hoops for that. Hey, there we go. So we've come to our first possession spell outside of 1 mana, which was Claim the Firstborn. So it's Bloody Betrayal. I think we like the blood because we can sacrifice the blood to trigger the Balrog. So we're going to slap that in. Dominating Vampire. This is based on the power of vampires you control, I think. Yeah, we don't have too many of those, but very cool. Arnie Huschenbaum was rocking that a while back when vampires were a thing. He was definitely a believer. Dominating Vampire was kind of a sleeper. But now I see that they are doing the Edge of Eternity's Pro Tour. It looks Dupras. That guy just looks menacing. Looks like a serious gamer. Furnace Reigns. Let's see here. This is a treasure. Yeah, we want that one too. That one's good for us. So these are just possession. And there's no mana limit on this. They'll possess anything. You know, Claim the Firstborn is limited to 3 mana. This one just like, give me all your stuff. So. Well, make sure you guys, if you guys get a chance, head on to my last video I did and make a comment for the Aragorn. I'm going to give you some starter cards, including the Lotus Cobra, because Vaughn gave the keyword low tie. He watched to the end. So, no, we're not going to be giving them permanents. All right, Kari Zev's Expertise. I need to actually craft that. That one's not too bad. This one is an interesting possession spell, because it will actually let you have a free cast. free cast. Yes, you'll get a 2 mana spell for free from your hand, which is really interesting. Gain control of target creature or vehicle until end of turn. Untap it. It gains haste until end of turn. You may cast a spell with mana value 2 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. Fantastic. How about this fool? This card was wrecked my world in the limited. I didn't think it looked that great, but some people were hasting stuff and just smashing my face. That's a little bit high of a kicker. How about Krenko? So now there's like these, which might not seem as good as some of these because this one will create a treasure, this one will give you blood, this one will give you a free cast. This is simply a possession spell. Price of loyalty. If you spend treasure, it will get 2-0. I mean, it's a little bit better, I guess. How about the shackles? I guess it's a little better than some of these other ones. One of my favorite ones is Act of Aggression, which is an instant speed one. Low tie. You better believe it. Low tie. I know, I think that could be like the new fun thing we say. What's up, low ties? Vengeful Possession. I remember this one was pretty good because you get to loot. Yeah, I think that one's fine. There are so many of them now. That's weird, right? You get like an equipment that's just like weird, like attached to end of turn. The wicked roll. The wicked roll. 1/1 and then a ping. The prank is probably amazing, but just not a real card. So now we're out of our choices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me just type in of Act of Aggression real quick. I don't think it is available. It's like more of a vintagey card. You can pay Phyrexian mana for it. You guys should look it up. At first I was like, this card seems like awful. It's like a 5 mana like possession spell, but it was like, oh, it's instant speed and I can pay life for it, so it's kind of cool. It's like the only instant speed like kind of spell that I've encountered outside of Brawl. It's Act of Aggression. Yeah, I don't think I'm just kind of taking a shot at it, you know. Just a shot here, just to see, but I don't see it, so that is what it is. So we're looking at our 3 mana stuff, and I think that's the baseline. And I'll add 2 more, but I don't really want to add. I think this would be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go to 7. Oh, but there's Zealous Conscripts too, and that's actually a creature. So we'll just pop that in real quick. If you guys, freaking hell, it is rare, and I haven't even popped this before. That's crazy. If you guys think of if you have any ideas for the possession, like such as this, spells, like creature spells, for this, I'd love that, because creatures are good because you can sometimes just resurrect them, and it's just kind of easier to get to. So we're gonna have to go to the bank here and Balrog, Balrog Rizzer. I don't know. Gen Zian. I'm Gen Zer. All right. Oh, we can crack some Spider-Man. I'm gonna give you all a tip on the arena. Quick tip. If you go to your inboxes here, usually on a new release, you'll see this little staple here, and you'll be able to open some free packs. And it's usually for the alchemy set, but still, you get like progression towards your wheel, which is good. And actually, these are just cards from the new set. So, this guy's been pretty hot. It's like basically a Zombify on a 4-mana creature. Yeah, pretty solid. But wrench is like a value. These are good pickups. Look at the top 9. Why? That's so many. Jeez, that card is pretty crazy. Yeah, both of these are just very value bombs. Okay, back to the deck. I think we have enough to craft our Zealous Conscripts. Isn't that funny? It puts the Zealot right there, and that's probably something we want. Yeah, I'll probably put this with our Sephiroth area. Yeah, we're going to want this. Actually, I'll put it here with the Claim the Firstborns, because we're definitely going to want to have some sacrifice outlets. Yeah, we kind of got a... There's a Zealous Conscripts. Beautiful. Let's craft that. Beautiful. Alright, so if you're not familiar with this card, it will also possess a creature. A Crow in War will also do that as well. When this creature enters, gain control of target permanent until end of turn, and tap that permanent, gains haste until end of turn. Beautiful. A Crow in War. Gain control of target creature for as long as the saga remains on the battlefield. Until your next turn, creatures your opponents control attack each combat if able. Oh, that's a nasty one. Each tap creature deals damage equal to itself equal to its power. Oof. I love a Chrome War. What a powerhouse this is. I'd love to do like a deck feature, like some of the cards that I've kind of they just simply pop. You know, the Chrome War is definitely one of those. And it's definitely under $1. Maybe like an under $1 video. People love that kind of stuff. Maybe reassembling skeletons should be part of that conversation too. This card doesn't look like it's very special on face value, but it really is. It's like probably the best card. It's incredible, guys. It really is. It's like kind of like a poor man's grave crawler, I guess. Like if you don't have like zombies. Reassembling skeleton. Crazy card. Okay. So, I think we're kind of getting closer. Just go ahead and pop in some choices here, guys. Callous Sellsword. Target creature control deals damage equal to its power to any target, then sacrifice it. Hell yes. Hell yes. These cards are just like popping up in my queue. Like, they're just coming to me. Is Arena is it like optimized now? Or is it just literally because it starts with a C? I have no idea. This card is crazy. That's so perfect for this. I can just sacrifice something for 1 red mana. That's disgusting. Very, very cool with this possession kind of stuff here. Just very easy to do. Oh, Channeler seems cool. Man, there's so many good cards, huh? Let's gain control. Let's get at least, you know, kind of look at one more 3 spot, and then maybe see if we can get any more 4 spots that are like maybe creatures or something. How about the Gilgamesh guy? What's this guy do? Or Grishna? It's a lower power, I see. Price of Loyalty, maybe that one. There's basically these two here. This is the Wicked Roll token. That one's not that bad. This one's interesting too for equipments. I don't think we're going to have many equipments though. Awaken the Sleepers 4 mana. I guess. Let me put on the craft too. If it's a goat. What does this one do? Loti. Lotus Cobra. Yeah, we're going to give away that Lotus Cobra. Aragorn foil. It's crazy, man. Crazy. Serac. I think Serac is pretty good. This one's kind of cool. You get like a little buff. Because we're probably going to be spending like a lot of treasures on this. But overall, maybe there's the Twisted Fealty seems... Ooh, Trample. We always love Trample, isn't it? But the 2 red is kind of bogus on that one. Alright. It's going to be the Fealty. For now. This will change out for Active Aggression, though. The Fealty. And we'll be pretty swell there. That's pretty crazy. It's just like over and over again. Always kind of intrigued by that. Kind of very mana intensive. How about this room? So again, for the Balrog, we just want to get some things sacrificed. So we're going to be taking our opponent's things. We're going to be sacrificing them. We're going to be kind of draining our opponents in the meantime as well. And it seems like there's a good amount of life gain too, overall. It's kind of going to be a weird one. Voluntary employment. Dude, the Opportunistic Dragon's pretty sick. Human or artifact, damn. Man, I wish the Balrog had menace, huh? That's amazing. Dang, man, why don't you have menace? Arachnonomia. That's pretty cool. The Traitorous Greed. 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 The don't know if the mana just matters like right off the bat. I like to bank things like with treasure. How about you, Rionya? She's cool. This is a mythic. Okay, so this is like built into the card itself. Or it could be a land. Yeah, we love that. Got the Zealous Conscripts. Excuse me, what? Ooh. Oh, that's a sorcery. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Terror of Mount Velas. Devastating Onslaught. Okay, we're going to pick up the Arena of Glory because it's gas. And we're definitely going to pick up that sacrificial land to what we're doing. Is this Oniko Anvil like the most busted artifact? Dude, that thing can just pop, it seems, sometimes. I think I like the Obschnixilus. Gain control of target creature until end of turn, untap it. It gains haste until end of turn. Yeah, I know that card's pretty busted. Angrith. I think I'm going to pick it up. If I can get into it. Let's take a little break from here, get back to the packs. I have 4,100 gold. I don't think it will be enough to get into a mythic, but we can try. Yeah, I'll try the new set. And we'll be broke. Oh, we got a mythic. More wrenches. What does this guy do? Spiders. People are pretty into the webbing thing, right? Yeah, people are pretty hot on this card. For more competitive formats, faster formats. Where are we? Did I get to 100 cards already? Huh. Okay, let's look up that sweet Rakdos guy. He was 5 mana. We got to 5 mana, so that's pretty cool. We're kind of making our way. have to craft it. And Grath. Slide that in. Craft. Now the Gear Hulk is a Gear Hulk. If you're just joining us, we're doing the Balrog. We're about, I think we're pretty much have the general idea down. We're going to be sacrificing some stuff. I want to do some like mass sacrifice too for this deck, like with Marauders and Playcrafters. And then we're going to have just like some, you know, typical resurrection spells, some like generic removal, you know, black cards matter. But if you want to think of any pet cards you might have that you love to see for sacrifice, we got kind of a combo-esque thing going on here with the Ashnod Altar, Reassembling Skeleton, and the Plunderer. So I'm about to get back to that line. I'm just kind of scanning here if there's any other, you know, we might even pick up a Mayhem Devil and maybe like some other way to accelerate us. You know, we're gonna be kind of starved for mana here. To an extent, it looks like our acceleration isn't like the greatest yet. But we're going to be possessing a lot of our opponent's things, so we're going to be slowing them down quite a bit as well. Okay, come on up. Come on, show them that you're here. You got your hair cut. Come on, Boo Ben. Jump out. Jump it. Jump out. Yeah, baby. Who's my baby? Baby Ruben. Does Mildred go crazy? I'm telling you, man. They have like extra sensory perception. And they can sense anything. Yeah, no, I'm just not really seeing too much over here, guys. Nothing tickling me. What does Rakdos do? Is he any good? Yeah, I mean, that seems good. That seems really good for what we're doing. Whenever you sacrifice another creature, it seems totally fine. I've seen people combo off with Rakdos. I love that as a commander. It seems like very worthwhile to kind of like investigate. It's because you're just getting so much gasoline. You can do Bergy stuff with this, you know. You're just like storming off, basically. There's a lot more possession than I thought. Oh, man, this Sauron looks pretty good too. Man, I'm so broke. But that's definitely on my mind right here, this Sauron. Okay, guys. I do want the like return cards. Some of the like little mana ones. There's some pretty decent ones that will return, you know, quite frequently. Like the Cult Conscript can do this. You know, this one can do it pretty well. There's the one with the crimes too. The Miner. That one kind of like can do it to an extent too. This one goes to hand, not to play. Malka Rebirth is pretty strong here. Thanks, man. Persistent Specimen is kind of interesting. Kind of does the thing, and it's also at 1 mana, so it's always like an interesting choice. I haven't hated it yet. We always love the Blood Gas too, don't we? I did try out, yeah, I think we'll play an Unearth. Nah, not that one. It's funny that this didn't show, well, I'm in 1 mana. Now we have the whole kitchen. What's this skeleton do? Okay. Altar of the Ball. Here's the Bloodghast. There's that. Chthonian Nightmare, for sure. Just like very repeatable. And we definitely need treasure. The treasures like really kind of really make the Balrog kind of go crazy. I'd have to say the Balrog is pretty nuts. Persist. Yeah, I think so. Looks pretty good. With our stuff. There's the Razor Lash. That's good. I think we have enough fodder here. We'll just add a Butler and a Stitcher Supplier for good luck. And we'll also add Reanimate and and then we'll also add a Victimize. Kind of want to actually run a Coiling Rebirth for fun. I want to see like how far that card goes in Rakdos. I want to see like how far the cookie goes with this card. And now we just need treasure. We just need treasure. However we can get it. Treasure. We want the Plunderer. Or the Freebooter. We want the Ghast. We want the Deadly Disputes. We are so close now. Black Market for sure for some rampies. Warren Soul Trader for that free sacrifice outlet. Seems good. Grim Hireling. So good. So good. I feel like we just do it. We'll run a Toxic Deluge and then some. Have like 4 cards left. We'll say 5 cards left. Rev is cool, but I don't know. Ragavan. Strike It Rich. This Plunderer kind of keeps it going too, doesn't it? I think I do want a Mayhem Devil. I think Magda just kind of slides in. We'll do Fable. I think we're done. I think the deck is mostly done. We're going to go to 103 and not be too sad. I want to Dark Ritualize. I need some spot removal too. We're going to do Fatal Push. Shit. Bone Shards. I want Marauder. And the Playcrafter. And I do also want a Mayhem Devil. And oh god, there's too many good cards. Because I do want the Priestess. There's too many cards. There's too many. Bitter Blossom. Okay, what's happened here? I like Bitter Triumph too, actually. Holy crap. Alright, so 24, 42 here. Welcome everybody. We're about to get underway here, and I just got some trimming to do. I just need to see how many lands I've kind of assembled here along the way. I'm gonna hit done on this. That's fine. And it's not quite at 100 cards yet, so there's our guy. And there's our Malachor Birth. And Songmad Treachery. So 110, and we're just going to kind of look around here and see what's going on. I'm okay without her. The Balrog is going to be our claim to fame here, guys. Not much other room. This is cool. Cards are good. Slasher is good in most things. So much pressure for a 3 mana. I feel it kind of takes the heat off the Balrog. Can be sacrificed. Kind of fits what we're doing to an extent. I think maybe we're running too many of these possession effects because we actually got some with the Planeswalker too here. So I'm just going to drop this fealty. I just like these other ones because they help us like loot or, you know, make a blood. I do like this for like pinging. There'll be lots of sacrificing going on. Obschnicks. Totentoms. And just more gas. Do we control this? We do, and we make more gas. More things to sacrifice. Yeah. I think we're going to get it done with a little graveyard, guys. I need a tower, though. Professional Facebreaker is good. That is true. I mean, it'll be very good in EDH too, so we have to consider it, right? Yeah. Coaling Rebirth probably does better with like more Vein Rippers and like a heavier backside. So we can get rid of that. Vincent I wanted to try. Yeah, I guess we're not killing so much stuff with spot removal. Yeah, Rakdos joins up seems absolutely insane with the Balrog. If we can find a way to loop this card with the Altar and a Plunderer and our, for instance, a Skeleton, and just like kind of net lots of mana and like recast the Balrog over and over again, we can like just take out all our opponent's stuff. We can like loop that. I'm pretty sure. Because I think you're netting mana, right? If you have a Skeleton and an Altar and a Playtest Plunderer, you're at least netting at least a generic mana. Let's see how much treasure we are rolling. Because if we are running a lot, then, you know, Goldspan is always good too. Yeah, it's like kind of like pretty solid in treasures. It's not like a crazy amount. Basically, we need like 4 cuts or so. I mean, the Hireling's cool, but I think we're cool without it. I think we're fine. Golbez is also just like another like probably better in multiplayer format, but still like decent. Yeah. It's maybe better in that manner. Like Anawan, so good in Anawan. We're just like milling a bunch of cards. Everybody's just milling a bunch. Liliana seems pretty cool. Massacre Worm, it's cool. It's just like another board wipe, really, on a creature. I like the Vein Ripper idea. You guys want to try this one out? I think we're pretty cool. We have 38 lands and very, very fast bottom end. Ooh, Jesus. Do we want a temple? Yeah, I don't hate temples. Oh my god, Mouse, you're just going crazy right now. Yeah, we want that. Yeah, I don't mind running the temple. Okay. Barodur. Bujukabog. Castle Lochthwain. Hive of the Eye Tyrant? Yeah. Phyrexian Tower, Midgar City of Mako, Susur Segundi, Takanuma. These are all like sacrifice matter stuff. Fell the Profane. Love to see it. Agadim's Awakening. This is when the deck turns into like $600. Because of all these stupid expensive lands that are just super good. Kasul's Fury? Yes. Valakut Awakening. Pinnacle Monk. Shatterskull Smashing. Ancient Tomb. Oh my god, that card is broken. I guess we get the fetch lands. You want the fetch lands too because that counts as a sacrifice. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each permanent sacrifice, so you get one when you use your fetch lands. What a broken card. I knew you guys would love it. I knew you would. Cavern of Souls? Yeah. Not tribal-ish, are we? Fable Passage. Just want to make sure my fetch lands are not like off color because that would be a disaster. They look fine so far. Gemstone Caverns, busted. Mana Confluence, oh my god, brother. Yeah, you want a Marsh Flats for sure. Polluted Delta. Do we want to Nykthos? It's looking very black, isn't it? Sure thing. We'll try it out. It's probably going to up my deck power level to a degree. Scalding Tarn. Starting Town's pretty decent. Verdant Catacombs. Wooded Foothills. Okay. And let's trim it up. Not like this. Where's that temple? Alright guys, let's freaking do it. This is the Balrog, and let me tell you what the Balrog does. The Balrog is a 7-mana creature. It's a legendary creature, Avatar Demon, It's 5 generic, 1 black, 1 red. It's Rakdos colors. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each permanent sacrifice this turn. Haste. So really what you have to pay attention to is what things can we sacrifice that will accelerate or expedite this to make it cheaper. There has been instances where I've been able to cast this on turn 2. For instance, if you have such as a Greedy Freebooter, for instance, and like a fetch land and a Deadliest Dispute and like a Dark Ritual, all in that conjunction, you're going to basically be able to like cast like a Balrog on turn 2. It's just, you've just simply reached the criteria of like, sacrificing, a treasure and a creature and a land, and you've, basically pumped all this mana into this kind of action, and now all of a sudden you have like a turn 2 Balrog, and that's a 7/5 haste, and it can't be blocked up by legendary creatures, so you're basically racing. It's kind of like an aggro deck in that manner. So keeping that in mind, we're also going to be like possessing a lot of our opponent's things with cards such as like Furnace Rains. This one's especially exceptional because you'll actually possess a creature, and then you'll create a treasure for future, Balrog casts. And this is also very good because we have so many ways to sacrifice things. I mean, we have these Umbro Color Zealots here, Warren Soul Trader. These are just very easily and accessible to kind of get into that. I would probably add a Yawgmoth to this deck as like kind of a last little touch, just to kind of put a little stamp on it. In that manner, excuse me, probably would get rid of like maybe this like higher costed Liliana, because we are kind of lower to the ground in general. And let's just like let this ride. Let's just do it, guys. Remember to like the stream. We're on our way to 1 million subscribers. We'll be the first Magic the Gathering channel to 1 million, which is fantastic. Balrog Riz. Dum, 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 dum. Let me turn it up a little bit. I'm so glad we got to build this deck, because I basically have like this Balrog deck like kind of tuned up. And I got Sephiroth for it, and I was kind of really stoked on that. So, very kind of excited about it overall. I think I love the hand, just because Priest and Bitter Blossom sounds really cool. You can like save this fetch land for like a Balrog cast too. Go like mountain tap land here. Dark Ritual is really interesting too, I have to say. Okay, they're kind of going ham over there, aren't they, guys? Hopefully just don't lose like all of a sudden. I could kill the Crick. So I think that's the plan, is to Dark Ritualize into the Meat Hook. I fucked that up because I should attack with a fairy first to get some damage. I probably could have surveilled too. What does that get? Scary. They're like a Thoughtseize? That'd be kind of nuts. Okay. That's valid, opponent. I get it. So I get 2 mana and some gasoline. Don't kill my priestess, please. You don't need to do that. What is going on, guys? What is going on? I don't know what's going on. But I have a Balrog available. That's super sick. Oh shit. Shut up, opponent. God, why do I hate my life? We win. We won. That's crazy. Your go. It's like, okay. All right, man. Jesus. I don't even know what happens there. It was a lot of dying at once. Their life total disappeared. What the heck? I have to rewatch that. That was crazy. The priestess did some crazy things there. It was like just absolutely popping. Pew 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 pew. Treasure gas, huh? Kind of a weird one. It's a fast Balrog though, with a Fabled Passage. Be very fast. We can try it. I don't think there's really any too many bad keeps for this particular deck so far. So that's pretty cool. There's some counter magic over there. Toughness on Tatiova is a 3 power. 3 toughness. Meat Hook can kind of get into that. So 1 sacrifice, 2 sacrifice. That'll bring it to, I think we could nearly have it. 1, 2, 3. So that's 2 and a 3. No, not quite yet. So what we'll do is we'll just attack first. And we will definitely just go ahead and do this again. Okay, opponent. I'd have to say Simic, like, is always so threatening. They're just incredibly strong. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but they just, some of the kind of control and value they get from their mid game is incredible. The bloody betrayal is very cool. I don't have any ways to sacrifice it yet, but we do have a Balrog available here. So we can make that happen. And I can simply just sacrifice one of these treasures. And then we can use the rest of here, because we have it here in the mana pool. 7/5 haste is pretty brutal. I would like to steal their Tatyova for the turn and try to kill them. We could hook it too. Take the turn off in that way. This looks like a River's Rebuke or something, right? Time Warp. They need those things, you know, kind of to kind of keep their game plan going. That's going to be something really nice to possess, that tree, the tree. Oh! Oh, they didn't even make a tree folk. Huh, that's really interesting. Huh. They didn't make a tree folk. Wow. I'm so surprised. I mean, I think it's just a hive. 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 12, we got 2. Down to 2 live. Hello. Oh my god, my dogs are just absolutely crazy. Okay, will they make the tree folk this time? Will they make the massive tree folk? Because I got something for it. Yes. Oh, you're going to tap that down? That's crazy. What are they going to do, guys? The pew 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 pew. They make a friend. And I think I'm going to end them now. One, I'll do it like this, right? No. Not quite. I just do it like this. Kind of seems fashionable. We'll take that. I got a cookie. Cookie time. Two and out, baby. Rufilos. Oh my god, this hand. How do we get value off of this, though? It's very fast in general. I think you probably want to get... I mean, you can make red mana off of this. We have red mana there. I think Bitter Blossom is the best card. Yeah, I think that was fine. Okay, they're... What in the hell? Dude, the game is completely broken. The music is still playing from the game. I've never had that happen before. That's completely bizarre. Let's reload this thing. That was really weird. So is it just that like Spider-Man is just okay, it's gonna drop us back right into the game. Interesting. Jesus. Okay, we're still playing here. That'd be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not quite. Sure. Whoa, they have a 7/5 on the battlefield. That's crazy. Does it have reach? It does. Ragavan. I think we took the turn off. It's like the first time I've like had that before. They have this. They have that play. Okay. I don't know if we can get through this. We need like a Toxic Deluge. That's the only way back. This is a big problem. Both of these cards. I don't know, like, I think we kind of took the turn off, too. So... yeah, we definitely took the turn off, because that starting town's on turn tray. Defensive Balrog. We are so dead right now. No, I don't think there's a way back from this one, guys. This will be lands from the graveyard. They'll still get a land drop for turn. Yeah, just these two cards are just, the card quality is so good. Yeah, this is a really strong card. So they opt just to destroy my stuff, my Mox and my Bitter Blossom. And who knows what kind of game that would have been, but it wasn't really much of a game. I did take a turn off, it looked like, but wouldn't really matter too much. We didn't find any removal. So we've been victimized by the Rolfulus, which is a mighty commander. We're okay with that. We can lose to that. That is fine. Are we climbing the Hell Q ladder? The Balrog. We're in it. Emperor Appet sec. This is one of those like really hot ones where you can, you know, if we get a fetch land, we can have like a really fast Balrog here. Also get the value from the Midnight Reaper. Could go like turn one stitch. You could go. You could go Stitcher Supplier turn one. Then we could turn two. Sacrifice Stitcher Supplier. The Reaper, getting some gas. We also have this like possession thing going on, which is really amazing. I think if we're mostly patient, we can do the Balrog thing next turn. Because of the Nykthos, maybe. Let's try this. This comes into play tapped. Kind of sucks. Sacrifice. Any creatures in there yet? Not yet. So let's just continue to build us up. Okay. I think it's time to start. We don't have a swamp, which is really insane, actually. I mean, it is just the same, right? I have one floating. I think I can cast our Balrog here. My math is not the best, but I have three mana virtually off of this, and then I sacrifice this for a red. I think it's still one off, just one off. If we had an untapped land here, I think we would have it. It's really close, but I still think we'd ritualize here, just because it's just a good play. The Reaper's fantastic. It's been great. It's been absolutely a powerhouse so far. I'm going to start stationing. Sneak attack. Oh, God. Can do the Balrog thing here. Got free sack outlet here for the Bloody Betrayal, so not too worried about that. We'll keep a blocker on the ground, but I think we'll just this thing will just be sacrificed, right? They need like an old Gnawbone here. Huh. Okay. What else, opponent? Kugla? Roaming Throne. Interesting. A tally. Nice. This is quite a stacked hand, opponent. Okay. That's some good hits. Very good. Anything else? Well, we can possess some of these things. As long as it doesn't kill my stuff. Oh, I died. How lucky, opponent. I think those are really top tier hits, I have to say. But they had it anyways, right? They could have just... Wow. This is pure and unadulterated fun here. There's like no alchemy involved, right? Just the commander, and it didn't really do the thing. It's just, they're just popping off the sneak attack. Nice. This is very lucky. Very lucky. There's a very lucky sequence there to get this and this. But I think, like I said, they could probably have just done it anyways. I don't see where the Inferno Titan came from, but this had trample anyways. 19 on the money, it looks like, either way. Minus 19. Whew. I don't know. I think I'm building the graveyard a little bit too much, though. Ruben, you gotta stop it. Hey. Yeah, wasn't too impressed with, like, I mean, I wasn't really getting too much out of the Butler, and so far, like, what am I doing with that exactly? I mean, Victimize is a hell of a card, but you have to really go for the graveyard for that. And it's not like I'm hitting that many creatures, it seems. What do you guys think? That just maybe more acceleration, maybe more treasure matter stuff instead of those other things. So like just no to the Victimize and the Mr. Butler, and perhaps maybe to more like treasure matter stuff, because that really gets our Balrog going. Hireling's pretty cool. Yeah, I think we'll try the Magda. I think the Plunderer seems pretty cool too. We're not doing any crime stuff, but it is interesting. I kind of forgot about the baubles. That seems sick. That seems like a good choice. This chromatic stars. Those are interesting. It's like one reduction, right? But still, you're just like storing that. You're just a faster Balrog. Kind of like the idea of just putting in like a signet and a star. So this will be the deck that I post up, guys, for in the description. What I'll do is I'll make a VOD of this and post it like in a long form video. And yeah, that'll be it. Yeah, they just didn't seem very good. I mean, I was getting gas off of them from the Midnight Reaper. That is true. It's tough, man. That kind of game will kind of break your spirit a little bit. that game that we just played against that opponent. Kind of makes you question like kind of what you're doing with the deck. Maybe our Midnight Reaper will be less good now we took those 2 cards out. Seems we got plenty of things to sacrifice. I was incorrect. But how do we sacrifice these things? Oppo goes first. I like kind of love it, but it's just also just like it's like part of the 2 combo, the Reassembling Skeleton and Plunderer. It's pretty aggro. Let's try it. This guy can't block. Dead to Ragavan here. We're good for now. Okay, guys, pray for the Ashnod's altar. We might actually be able to do the combo. Oh, alchemy. We've run into the alchemist. Sylvan, did you make the choco chip cookies, or what did you make, man? Did you make the raisin? What's good? What's good in Washington? When this land enters, you draw. That's busted. What else do you do? Dude, that's so sick. Oh, gonna destroy my artifact opponent? It's rude. Slick shots show off. Bone Daddy. Land. Whoa, double strike. That's pretty crazy. Huh. I like Toxic Deluge here. Let's slam in. Oh, the thing has double strike? It's brutal. Pretty close to a Chromatic Star, or to our Balrog. If I get a fetch land, it'd be fantastic. It's not a fetch land. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go down to 6. I won't have it. I still won't have it, guys. This is awful. Okay, it's not mana drain. You're so lucky it's getting cold. You're so lucky. It's been awful here. The heat, the sun has been a little obnoxious here, to say the least. Wow, this thing is super annoying, guys. Alright. It still won't be enough. But it is interesting, regardless. It is very interesting. I mean, I don't even think I need to... I'm just gonna lose to that thing, right? I'm gonna lose to this, like, whatever that is, the ping damage. Rakdos joins up. That's probably just super gas, right? Looks like I had to pay that. So I have the 5 mana Balrog available, which is cool. They would not have to block, so I just have to like chill back. And hopefully they have a land. No, opponent. The Chromatic Star did not really look as good as I thought it would have. The Mox Amber looked pretty terrible too, not gonna lie. That's why we play though. Like, if we don't have it, we don't have it. Yeah, there really isn't too many. It's just Ragavan and Ragavan. I would rather run Magda though than the Arcane Signa, for sure. Let's just get some legendaries. So over this, man. Let's get some legendaries there at the bottom end for the Amber to be a little bit better. Let's find some nice legends. Maybe they have some sacrifice energy. Jadar's pretty sick. I'm a fan. I'm going to find the village rights too. Because it looks like we want to sacrifice our own stuff. It will just be a bonus to kind of get the Zealous Conscript things going. I love that. Yeah, because Las Vegas is just like extremely hot. It's just like, and it kind of like sticks around. It wouldn't be so bad if it just like ended like, you know, like a week or two ago, but it's like we're now moving into like October and it's still blazing. It like kind of like ebb and flows. Like you have like a nice day and it might rain a little bit. But those are few and far between. It's if you want like to be very fit, you have to like work out a lot here. You have to like keep yourself kind of in the game. I still like the Mayhem Devil. I really can't find it. I cannot find a cut for you guys right now. It'd be beyond me. But I think we do have enough like of recursion. I mean, I love the Lash, but I feel like we're kind of doing the thing with Jadar now. Roxy. So we started off 2-0. We had some stiffer competition, as you would say. Like the Rufalus was just really nasty. Really nasty stuff. I won't be able to have a turn 2 Balrog, but I could have a turn 3 Balrog, which is pretty good still. Pretty sure if I mathematize this correctly. Decided to change my plans up a little bit here. Strip mine. Fun. Concede. I have no idea. I have no idea, guys. I didn't make this game up. I don't make up the rules. It's like, I feel that's like someone just saying like I gotta go get my dinner, or my wife is like, get off the game. You're done. I was like, okay. Like, I think what they hit my fell, the profane, and or hit my swan. It's a little bit slow, isn't it? So the Mox Amber looks kind of weird again, but I mean, these are interesting hands. It's just that like I need to have ways to sacrifice. I mean, this is a little slow. That kind of does the thing though. I'm gonna have to mulligan it. Oh, we got it to surveil. Talk myself into it. I usually do that. Yeah, we'll take the fetch land. That will definitely help our cause. We have a skeleton available. And maybe we can still have like a turn 3 or 4 Balrog. This is Joda, right? It is Joda. One, two, three, four. Still off. Is that a Trailblazer? It was a Trailblazers. So we're definitely going to be swinging in here. Maybe dashing. I love that. Joda is scary. It's like, it's kind of upon us, you know? Are we fast enough for it? I need like a village rights or something here. Maybe they don't have Joda yet? Looks like they're starved for like a land. Okay, they have it. And they'll be able to draw too, which is kind of nice for them. I don't know how hot they really pop off here. I mean, with the Rakdos, we can get a hold of their Joda and sacrifice it. Bauble. Oof. Let's just try to sacrifice everything we have and then just pray. That's what I think we got to do. You know, maybe perhaps just pray here. Now, Joda works with legendaries, right? So if I possessed it, I make my legendaries a little stronger. Simply if I bloody betrayed it. How many does it do? Creatures get XX for X is the number of legendary creatures you control. And what's their life total? 14. It's pretty low. They would have to block. That they have a Joda turn. Or sacrifice this and do the Balrog thing and slam in for 7. Should we look at our deck? No, let's look at theirs. Halfling. That's not too scary, is it? Now I have a 4-mana Balrog here. It's just not quite there, is it, guys? Man. don't think that gets anything, right? No. Just like a strong Ragavan. Well, we'll see. It's right on the money, guys! It's my best lethal so far. No, it's not lethal yet. God damn it. The way they were blocking, though, that was lethal, wasn't it? The way they had that. Oh, man. So brutal, guys. I think we should, like... I don't know if I'm using this. I'm definitely doing the Balrog next turn. That's a 1-costed spell. That's... Do they have a 0-mana legendary? Pretty sure they do not. Oh, they get a Mox. That's pretty sweet. Okay, they're definitely getting full value. Do they have like a life linker or something? Whoa, they're at 1. I don't think it really matters if I block or not. This life linker, I just have to figure out a way to get through it. This is a legendary. That's really annoying. Well, I think we just lose. I need just like a Sephiroth or something. I don't think there's a reason to hold this. It's going to be costing me mana to do it anyways. Does it give it haste? Oh, man, I wish. I think it's... Oh yeah, that would do it. So I go discard the Rakdos. Then we can sacrifice our Cecil and do lethal damage. I think. You guys ready? Yeah. Sacrifice Cecil. Then Rakdos does 2 damage to face. 1 damage to face. Oh, baby. What happened? Did I miss something? Did this thing do something? No! Exile it instead! No! No! Oh my goodness. I can't take much more of that. That was too close. Jesus, that Valentin was super annoying. Wow, we almost got there. Oh, that was almost super snazzy, man. Opponent goes first. We got 1, 2, 3. Got pretty fast here. the tomb. I don't know. They've been like pushing this card in my hand, and it's just like has been very useless mostly. I'd be better off with like a edict effect, you know, something like that. Senegos. I think we are online for our Balrog here. Nearly. I'm just gonna fell whatever they shoot off with Xenagos right here. Okay, that's not a creature. Very nice. Killer Domri. I'll just do it like this. Angrath. So they're gonna get into some major bombs here. They just had like the beautiful stuff. Yeah, that's really good. And it has haste too, so it's really good. I can just go to my face, really. No blocks. That is a crazy card. It's just, there's no way to sacrifice it. Tapped. Why is it tapped? That's so annoying. And that's just GG's for them. Wow, Overlords are so good. Huh. They played that well. They played around like kind of my removal, played like a Gwenna. I respect that. But we got to get rid of this Mox. It's just not causing, it's not doing anything for me. It's just a dead card. So we'll put in an edict. Alright guys, this will be the last game of the night, so thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. Getting these lives and guys, having you guys come and join up with me is really cool. And we are doing a little like one-of giveaway. So make sure you comment on my last video I did for Aragorn, because we are giving away some Aragorn cards. And we're going to just do the spin the wheel in like 2 weeks for that. So that's pretty cool. Looks pretty nice. I think we're going to be able to kind of do the thing eventually here. Which is very nice. I want the black. And I want this sacrifice. Shadow Spear. Ooh, Mox Opal. Oh, it looks like you got it almost, opponent. What else are you gonna do? Wow, you're popping off, dude. None of these are auras, though. Sheltered by ghosts. Spooky. If I want to do this. Just give me a second, guys. So, I mean, I could wait for them to kind of take my thing. But they're going to take my Zealot here. They'll be able to cast their Pearl next turn. I think I need to kill their Skrelv here. I think such as like this. I think we want to just go mountain here. Swing in. And I think I just want to kill their Skrelv. I don't know if we're going to be able to do like all the cool things, but we're going to be able to do a lot of the cool things, so we can kind of get a vibe for it. So here we're going to take this. It has haste. We're going to swing in. We are going to probably Ob-Schnickselus it. Let's make the devil. Start draining. This is good. This is real good. Yo! We did it. Alright, we'll do one more because that was smooth. The deck can do it. It can do it, guys. Oh shit. Sephiroth. The Sephi. Oh man. Turn 1 Ragavan, so good. Let's go. Take a little damage for the Ragavan. I want to line up this fetch land with our Sir Balrog over here. I've seen this pattern before. It's like the Ragavan kind of accelerates you to your meat hook, or the priests can just take over. They're stun locked. Usually have little critters, right? This can't block. Isn't that something that Forsaken Miner can't block? Ooh, that's good for my deck, actually. I think I go like this and save these fetch lands for more critters. Yeah, I'll take this. That is like such a good card for Sephiroth. It's probably pretty good in this deck, actually, too. The 9 lives. Probably really good. Consider that one. Yeah, like I do like the ping things, like the Blood Artist effects, but maybe it's just better to have like the Vein Ripper kind of help out with that. So surely I just, block and this just returns, right? I'm curious about the Blood Artist stuff, what I want to do with it. Cast. Worn Soul Trader. Okay. This priest is going to give him a little bit of problem. That's for sure. And there's so much sacrifice involved here, so the priest has really been really an amazing card for us. I'm going to do the -1. Now, if I do this and I stack it, we'll see how it works. They might still be able to sacrifice this in response to the other one. We'll see how it stacks. There's so much stacking going on. Okay. Okay, so it stacks like this. They'll be able to bring this back again, I suppose? And sacrifice it all over again? Okay. What does this do? I could just put... The Balrog is 2 mana. Yeah, that seems pretty good, doesn't it, guys? Oh, baby. It's pretty close to lethal. Yeah, the blood artist effects are pretty cool. They definitely are. No, that's for sure. What a nightmare to try to track this like in a paper game. All right, my homies. We've reached the victory. The victory. We have done it. Kind of fortunate in that manner. I thought Priestess was really good. I think she will continue to be good. We do have the Jadar, and I think the Gravecrawler would be a very cool addition here for like the Persistent Specimen. So if you guys want to stick around with me here, what we'll do is just kind of do like kind of a little tunage on Moxfield. So do a little bonus round here. See what we can do with the deck. I mean, I am kind of limited mostly to my knowledge of arena cards, but I am somewhat familiar with some other cards that are good outside of Brawl. I think it's like this. And we'll just go ahead and slap in the list here. And we'll definitely interchange the Mox for a Soul Ring. We'll take all these hashtags off too for the alchemy nerves. And that's pretty much that. There's going to be another Balrog here, so we don't need that one. We will change this to our little cosmetic. Here we go. Beautiful. We'll do our little thumbnail here and change it to the Balrog. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the Balrog. It is a phenomenal commander. You can see it is super fun. People will say that it's kind of hard to adapt this to a multiplayer game because it's like it kind of maybe runs out of gas. Like very good, like 1v1, but maybe like the like the Zulaport Cutthroats. Maybe that just gets you there. Along with like the Sephiroths, where you're just like doing global damage and drain. Maybe that's it. And you know what? Meat Hook gets a lot better too. Because Meat Hook will start pinging. And also gaining new life. Yeah, and whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses a life. So that's really good as well. So that's much better. Let's get our Soul Ring in here. Gravecrawler. And move away one of those skeletons, the Persistent Specimen. And I mean, overall, like when you kind of get into your, wider gameplay, you might need some of these very important cards just to kind of adapt to the meta. Like your Blasphemous Acts seem pretty decent. Also, the Blasphemous Edict seems kind of interesting for our deck too, because you could simply just recast your Balrog, like kind of start over again. So maybe that's something to consider when you're moving on to like a multiplayer form. Where's the Blasphemous Edict at? It's basically a 1 mana board wipe, right? Surely. Maybe Fumulus is also just like ready to chill out too with us because we're doing so much sacrificing. So like we're like kind of like an honorary Fumulus deck. And I was building Fumulus too, but maybe this is just like his home. Maybe this is where Fumulus wants to live. You know, maybe. Yeah, I think that's kind of it. I don't know if we want to run like Deadly Rollick. He is fast to cast, but he's not always the fastest. There are some cool yoink spells too. Active Aggression, for instance, is really cool because it's instant speed. So here's Active Aggression if you're not familiar with that one. Here's that. At instant speed, gain control of target creature and opponent controls end of turn. That's pretty fun, isn't it? I mean, you're going to pay like 4 life, but it's an instant speed like possession spell. So maybe they're like, targeting it with something cool, and then you're just like, nope. It's mine. I feel like High Market would like be a very risky, rewardy card for this one too, just because you are always looking to kill stuff, and that just is a land that does it. So I am a fan of High Market. For the 2 colors, it's kind of wicked nasty, but Nykthos did a little work. It wasn't like crazy good, but it wasn't crazy bad either. It was just like was doing its thing. I guess we could say like no to Starting Town and find like a City of Brass. These are just like kind of little tweaks here, just nothing like too crazy. But Jukabog seems cool. Castle's pretty cool. We really don't have a lot of swamps though, do we? That's why Castle like wasn't looking so great, because I was like, man, we don't like have that many swamps. We have the fetch lands, but sometimes we weren't fetching and we were just stuck with a castle. Probably the battle of the big bridge probably gets a little bit worse, just like the situational removal. Still like the Edict. Still like Toxic Deluge. Bone Shards is also cool. But I think maybe even like a Bolt can go if I had a Bolt. Did I even have Lightning Bolt? No, I didn't. It's probably why I couldn't kill some of those elves sometimes. Bobble seems pretty cool. Yeah, looks cool. Rakdos was cool. Too bad that stupid creature against Joda was like exiling my stuff, and we would have had the victory. Oh, we were so close. All those lines look so juicy too. What a game that was. Mayhem Devil is going to get pretty good in multiplayer. Magda, I'm not like in love. But we are running oh no, we did take off the Amber, so that's fine. I'm not too attached. And we got to 42 lands, so I think we can perhaps cut a land, guys. Do you think we earned that? I think we did. Dang, 42 lands, huh? That's crazy. It's probably going to be like one of these slow lands, or the fast lands I meant. Yeah, I think like the fast lands can go. Those are like not always coming in online. Have a better chance with the slow lands, I think. I do like this Dragon Soul Summit, I think. I think it's... Might be able to find something better, though. Yeah, like the commander... there's the commander dual lands. Let's see. Battle Bond lands. And that's a luxury suite. All right, friends. So this is the deck. Jesus, $807. Can you believe that? What does that? I'd say is probably these lands are exceptional. Like Ancient Tomb. Wow, it went up to $90. Gemstone Caverns is pretty beefy. Your Prismatic Vista and your Mana Confluence are always going to be high ticket dollars. Yeah, those are going to be like your high ticket items. Even maybe, is Mount Doom a couple bucks now? And nick those. How did Sasura Saguni do? Yeah, it's good. It's good enough, isn't it? So yeah, and then the fetch lands are all expensive. So you're looking like that's really the bulk of it. These other cards are not too bad. You run into a few. I don't know how much Black Market costs anymore. Bitter Blossom is $21. Jeez. So there's a couple high ticket items here. A couple ones that are more, manageable. If you were to tweak this mana base, you definitely want to use like your New Capana lands, Evolving Wilds, and kind of those Terramorphic Expanse type of cards to kind of continue to trigger your Balrog. You can get it cheaper. It won't be as good, but it's... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you can do this deck without paying a little bit for the fetch lands, because they're going to be coming in untapped anyways with those cheaper lands, right? So Obnixious was amazing for this deck, and obviously all this Sacrifice Matter stuff seems to be a good fit, and I think we found a good fit, guys. So I hope you all have a great night. Thanks for joining me tonight, and make sure you guys subscribe, share with your friends, like the video. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you very soon with the Balrog deck tech. All right, bye bye, guys. Love ya.